Hello, friends. It's time for Global Tarot Circle. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. Global Tarot Circle is our monthly online tarot meetup. We have been doing this for a really long time. We started doing it on WebEx back in, 2010, 2011. Moved it over to Facebook Live for a while. Now we do it here on YouTube. And I'm so happy to see all of you being here to do it with us. We have a specific format for how this works. If you've not been here before, I will explain how it goes, but you are more than welcome to come and play with us. For the first half hour or so of our time together, we will do readings. If you have your cards with you, you can do readings too. In the second half, we'll do tarot study. And so if you have questions about tarot, that's for then, and that's what we'll do then. All right. So, of course, a shout out to the members and to the moderators. And of course, get your StaarCon tickets and all that good stuff. That's a weird thing that just weirdly, hang on just one second. Some weird screen just came up. Okay, good. Better now. Okay, and yes, if you are here with your cards, let us know. Where in the world are you? And what deck are you working with? I am in Palm City, Florida, and I am working with my miniature Morgan Greer, which seems to be my workhorse of the day. I do want to remind those of you who are local to me that we will have our local tarot meetup coming up this Sunday at Panera Bread in Palm City at 4 p.m. So I hope you can join us for that as well. So let's say hello to some of the people here. And if you have a question, go ahead and put the question in. Let's see. Ben, Libra Does Tarot. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. And thanks for being a moderator. You're in the UK with Everyday Witch Tarot. Very good. Trey Cameron, thanks for being a member for more than a year. Using Osho Zen. This is great. I know. It's more of an oracle deck than tarot, but I'm too lazy to grab anything else. It's fine. It's fine. Smile Soul 20. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years in Connecticut, working with the Goddess of Love. Your tarot collection is growing. I'm happy to see it. That's so cool. Okay. And let's see. Claire C., good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years in Southwest Florida using the Radiant Rider-Waite. And Wendy Robeson, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years and a moderator with Baroque Tarot. Very good. And Trey, Claire's giving you some love for the Osho. Okay. And we will, let's see, Barbie Bird in Toronto, Canada with Radiant Rider-Waite. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Virginia W., thanks for being a member for more than a year in Port St. Lucie, Florida, using the Radiant Rider-Waite Smith. And I am sure there's more. TJ and GA, using tarot for the great outdoors. So good. Nick, good to see you. Thanks for being a member in New York, using Light Seers. Amy Foreman, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Okay. Oh my goodness, Joyous Ocean. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year in New York City with Modern Witch. But you do finally have a second deck. Pray tell, Dion, what is your second deck? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah. All right, let's get going. And we're going to do these readings. Here we go. Let me move over here. Off to card cam we go. And let's see. Okay, here's what's going to happen. I will take these in the order in which I see them. I will read the question aloud. I will pull one card to give my reading. If you would also like to do the reading, you're also going to do a 1-card reading. You're going to put the name of the person you're reading for, the name of the card you pulled, and your interpretation. So if you ask a question, make sure you don't just listen to me. Make sure you scroll through to get your full reading from the group. We truly are a global tarot circle. And we are starting off strong with Smile Soul 20. So good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. My question is, what does the universe want me to know? If you'd like to do this reading at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, here we go. Smile Soul 20. Death reversed. The universe wants you to know that you should not give up. Don't give up. Stay tenacious. Stay on track. Do not give up. Dina Moskowitz, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member in New York using Lightseers. Oh, Joyous Ocean, the pocket edition of the Rider-Waite Tarot deck from a friend that passed in September. I'm sorry about the loss of your friend, but that's kind of a sacred and special way to get a deck. So you keep it in your bag. Good, 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 good. All right, who's up next? It is Trey Cameron. Trey, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. My question is, will I be okay in the long term, all things considered? If you would like to do this reading at Trey Cameron, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, will I be okay in the long term, all things considered? Hey, Jake5345, Robin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Can you come to our meetup this Sunday? We haven't seen you in a while. All right, Trey Cameron, will I be okay in the long run? Ace of Wands reversed. So the Ace of Wands reversed is not okay, but you could be more okay in the long run if you kind of pushed your energy in the right direction. Like, we can see why you're concerned in this reversal. We can see why you're concerned, but do that, you'll be okay. All right. All right, perfect. All right, here we go. Who is up next? All right, the next question I see is Von Ray. Von Ray, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. We appreciate you. Where do I go from here in life? All right. Oh, Betty, I'm clocking your tarot question. Thank you. And did you see, I don't know if you were here, I love this so much. I opened some of my birthday presents. Look at, we can like use this. That is so cool. Betty gave me that. Is that not the best? I'm sorry, but I love it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hey, Serena, Bean of the Fields. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Von Ray, where do I go from here in life? If you would like to do this reading at Von Ray, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Von Ray, the world is yours. Don't let anyone tell you any different. You go wherever the heck you want to go. You have to kind of, like, you've done such a good job, even in the face of difficulty, pursuing your passions and your creativity. So you've done that and you can keep doing that. But if there's something you want to change, this offers you a lot of opportunity. So here's where you don't want to go. Don't go to despair. Don't go to limitation. go wherever the heck you want to go. And if anyone else wants to do this, at Von Ray, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Imee. Do you think it's better for me to move to Ottawa for a job or stay where I am? If you'd like to do this reading, at Imee, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. It seems like, okay, with the 5 of Wands, it seems like you're very conflicted, but I would kind of say the move to Ottawa might be a good idea with this. Like there's some energy there. Okay. Rhoda is up next. I would like to know any message Spirit has for me. If you'd like to do this reading, at Rhoda, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Here we go. Rhoda. 4 of Cups reversed. It is all about making the best of a difficult situation. Stay positive, stay positive. That's the key. And if you'd like to do this reading, at Rhoda, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And I see people doing readings, and it is good to see. All right. 64, Amy Penn. You're up next. What's in store for me in the near future? If you would like to do this reading, at 64 Amy Penn, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Here we go. I shuffled, but I pulled the World again. So I'm going to say maybe some travel, maybe doing some work with a global company, and maybe sort of, how do I want to put this? Adjusting your view to a larger view to make the bumps of the day, if you will, feel less traumatic. So pulling back for the view, the view of the macro, not the micro. There it is. All right. Barbie Bird, thanks for being a member for more than a year. I'd love to know how I can just let go of control and be more open in life. I just had an interesting therapy session. Got it. All right, if you'd like to do this reading, at Barbie Bird, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, how to let go of control and be more open by believing that you will basically always have what you need. Like you need a basic level of security, knowing that you will basically always be okay and that you can always be okay with whatever. You know, so it's accepting a baseline of okayness. Okay. Wendy Robeson, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for being a moderator. Barbie Bird, Amy, you are welcome. Okay, Wendy Robeson, what should I be looking for in the new year? If you would like to do this reading, at Wendy Robeson, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All good things, Wendy. New opportunities, new conversations, new possibilities, new abilities, new teachings, new learning, new journeys, new initiation, all good things. All good things. All right. It's so good. I love Global Tarot Circle because I love seeing y'all doing readings for each other. This is so good. I just love this. I know, Wendy, that's so good, right? Okay. DH, good to see you. Thanks for being here in Orlando without a deck. Are you usually in Orlando? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We appreciate you. Feel free to ask a question even though you don't have a deck. Okay. Virginia W. What does my higher self want me to know? You're usually in Connecticut. That's what I thought. Yes. Yes. Well, welcome to Florida in this moment. And thanks for being here. Are you going to be in Florida this Sunday? You want to come to Tarot Circle in Palm City? Cards and Conversation. We'd love to see you. All right. Virginia W., you're up next. What does my higher self want me to know? If you would like to do this reading at Virginia W., the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Oh, you fly back on Sunday. Well, fly safely and well. And thanks for setting foot in Florida. Good to see you. And thanks for, while you're in Florida, taking time to be with us online. Thank you. All right. Virginia. Ginny W. Virginia W. What does my higher self want me to know? Two of Cups. That you are loved, that you are worthy of good friendships, and that you are a good and kind friend and collaborator to those around you. Anyone like to do that reading at Virginia W., the name of the card you got, your interpretation. What does her higher self want her to know? And Barbie Bird, I forgot her introduction. I'm in Toronto, Canada, working with Radiant Rider Waite. Oh my gosh, Claire C., thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. A stranger paid for my groceries today, which renewed my faith in humanity. My prayer was answered. I donated to the World Food Program, feeling better now. That's beautiful. Okay, here's DH's question. I made a purchase today and I wonder if I should return it. What does the universe want me to know about this? If you'd like to do this reading, at DH, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And Claire, thank you for sharing that positive story. I think a lot of us needed that today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is a beautiful thing. Okay, DH. Should you return the purchase? If you don't like it, back it goes. I mean, this is an interesting one, everyone. Pay attention for a minute to this. DH wants to know if they should return their purchase, and we have judgment. And so, excuse me, is that like the purchase you made was good? Or is that we're done, be done with it, send it away. Like, it feels strong, but I don't know which direction it is. So I'm going to say, go with whatever you strongly feel. But I was kind of like, I was seeing this as a return. I was saying return it. Let's see what other people have to say. Oh, see, and Barbie Bird got the 10 of Swords, another really strong card. Okay. Oh, interesting. Next question up is TJ and GA. I said interesting because it's a fun question. Oh, Chitty, thank you. Or I just overscrolled. Hang on a minute. Where am I? Where am I? Oh my gosh. I totally overscrolled. Give me a minute. So cringe. Okay. Okay, I am back to where I was supposed to be. Here we go. TJ and GA. What do I need to know about the possibility of meeting a romantic connection? If you would like to do this reading at TJ and GA, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Here we go. What do I need to know about the possibility of meeting a romantic connection? Queen of Swords reversed. TJ, I feel like the issue is you don't trust yourself. Either you don't trust yourself to attract someone or you don't trust yourself to make a good choice. I think meeting someone is not the problem. It's the trusting yourself in this realm that is the issue. You need to trust yourself. And if you'd like to do this reading, at TJ and GA, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Maria Baresi, good to see you. Thanks for being here. My question is, when does it happen for Alex? All right, let's take a look. It happens for Alex when Alex takes a step to make it happen. There is something Alex needs to do or stop doing to make it happen. And if you'd like to do this reading, at Maria Baresi, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Nick, you're up next. Oh, no. Okay, that's not a question. That's a hello. Good to see you. Next question I see is Claire C. Thanks for being here, Claire. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. My cards gave me a very clear message today. Is what I interpreted about the devil reversed correct? Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe metaphorically, but not really. Unclear. Let's see who has something to say about this. It's a reading about a reading. And if you'd like to do this reading, at Claire C, the name of the card you got and your interpretation is the interpretation that she did correct. Okay. Scrolling through, seeing so many readings. It makes me so happy to see y'all doing readings for each other. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do another reading about a reading. But we're going to talk about it from a tarot perspective. So I'm going to give it all to you. Okay. Betty Flesher, thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Tarot question. Everyone listen up to this one. Do you ever have a deck you own pop in your head like it has a special message for you? Happened to me today, Bonefire Tarot. Message was from my dad. It was so special. So we're going to want to talk about that. We're going to want to talk about, do decks call to you from the shelf and how does that work? But let's do this reading. My question for you, was I correct or was it just wishful thinking about my dad in the deck? And if you'd like to do this reading, at Betty Flesher, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, and Medium That Rocks, Kimmy is right back with yes, decks call to me. So yeah, absolutely. So let's see. Was this a real connection with your father? King of Pentacles. I dare any of you to tell me this was not a real connection with the deck and with the father. But here's my question to y'all. It's a chicken and egg question. Did dad come in and say, Betty, use this deck. I want to speak through this deck. Or did the deck somehow call to Betty and say, your dad is going to be like, was it the deck or was it dad? Did dad direct the deck or did the deck direct dad? That's what I want to know. Hey, Group Tarot with Kate Mura, good to see you. Decks absolutely call out to me too. And Nick got the 9 of Pentacles for Betty, which I think is also a yes. Camille Walks with Spirits, good to see you. Medium That Rocks, I think, Dad. Trey, that's a yes. Yes, see, a lot of people are agreeing with this. And Wendy says, I believe Dad directed, but that's a good thought. Right. Where did it come from? It's a question. Okay. Let me keep going here, looking at all these readings. So good to see. And at this point, okay, we have a couple of questions to do here. But at this point, I will open the floor to questions about tarot. So we're talking about, do specific decks call you? And in a case like this, which, you know, very clearly a mediumship situation, any thoughts about it? Heather. Good to see you, Heather Roberts. Thanks for being a member. It makes me wonder if Dad sent the message, but for some reason that particular deck was open to sending the message, right? So interesting. Okay, Nick. My question is, why has my pendulum and other divination been so unreliable? All right, that could be like a divination question. That could be a question in a couple of different ways, but let's do the reading. If you'd like to do this reading at Nick, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation, I'm going to say they're not reliable. I think you're interpreting too much through fear or desire, and that's causing the poor interpretations. Oh. Yeah, Trey. Yeah, this is a good question. And it kind of comes up along with Nick's question. Trey, tarot question. I wanted to ask about emotional bias with readings. I've noticed that sometimes people who might otherwise be good readers, when presented with a sensitive topic, it's almost as if their emotions become blinders and they're just point blank unable to see the truth. 100%. 100%. Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being here. K Talks, in the next 4 minutes, you can ask anything you want. After that, questions about tarot, divination, and psychic stuff. Yeah, K Talks, I've noticed that a lot with the election. Right. A reader without a political bias. Find a reader without a political bias, right? We don't exist. So then, you know, like what does that say, right? Okay. We have a question for Joyous Ocean, and Joyous Ocean had to leave, but we're still going to do the question because she'll come back for it. So if you'd like to do this reading at Joyous Ocean, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Joyous Ocean, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Shall I stay the course in business or seek employment? Ace of Pentacles, I don't know that these two things are mutually exclusive, but if you wanted to seek employment, you could get a job. You could. And if anyone wants to do this reading, at Joyous Ocean, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Liz Harrison, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. My daughter has an option to start with a new soccer trainer tonight, but she's nervous and wants a second opinion for next week with girls she knows. Should she try it out tonight or wait and start next week with familiar people? If you would like to do this reading, at Liz Harrison, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Queen of Cups, she should do what she's most comfortable with, whatever feels most comfortable for her. And if you'd like to do this reading, at Liz Harrison, the name of the card you got. Next one up, Medium That Rocks. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. what do I need to focus on for my highest and best right now? And what's my first step to get there? And if you'd like to do this reading, at Medium That Rocks, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Right now, let the focus be on healing. The focus is on healing, and the first step is to allow for rest as much as is practically possible. Healing and rest. Oh, good, Liz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right. Scrolling through. I got to your question. Good. DH, I did skip your question, but then I got to it. So I'm sorry I did skip it, but I'm glad I found it. Hey, Heather Roberts is here using Rider Waite. Glad you're here. Okay. Hang on. I am... So at this point, I will continue to take the questions for readings, but also tarot questions, and I'll take them in the order in which I see them. Here, so back to, yeah, I bet Medium That Rocks, I bet. Back to this question of emotional bias that y'all have been discussing. I know that's a thing. I absolutely do. And being of the fields, I saw you asked a question, and where is it? Let me find it. Being of the fields, where are you? There you are. Oh, and I see Country Love Homestead too. We're going to do you as well. I'm going back to find Being of the Fields. Serena. Here it is. Okay, we're going to do a reading for Serena. How can I best and most beautifully steward my energy in the next few days as I pass through an experience and reality that upsets me? I think a lot of us, I don't know what your question is referring to, but I could say that that question would be a good question for a lot of us to be asking right now. So let's do this reading for Serena, Being of the Fields. How can I best and most beautifully steward my energy in the next few days as I pass through an experience and reality that upsets me? Von Ray, that is a great question. Everyone take a screenshot of that and do that reading for themselves, because I think a lot of us want to do that for themselves, right? Because I think a lot of us are passing through a reality that upsets us. And don't we just love the wording of that? And the answer is Five of Swords. Figure out what you can fight, where, when, and how. Figure out where to be a warrior. It's a good one. It's a good one. Well, Wendy, I think a lot of people know my rule here. I have a no politics rule at all of my things and for my business, because I want everyone to feel safe. And because if I only read for people who believe as I believe, I have no chance to make a difference. Make sure I did, but I forgot the politics rule. But Being in the Fields. It does not simply apply to, right. See, Beat of the Fields did it perfectly because it doesn't have to apply to politics. It could apply to anything, couldn't it? But the answer feels really strong, like, Serena, fight. Decide what you can fight, and what you can't fight, you don't have to fight. And there it is. But that's so like we're doing that reading for Serena, but that's a good question we can all do for ourselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. And regarding Mixuir's question, I'll do it when we get there. Whatever. Tina wanted help on my political spread, but didn't want to annoy anyone, right? Yeah, nah. Okay. Rainbow Railroad is a great place to donate money if you have extra. That's a good one. I like it. Thank you. And that's it. What I will say, I will not make a political statement, but I will say this. I am personally committed to being as joyful and as helpful and as silly and as present as I possibly can for myself and those around me, because that is the most radical thing I can think to do. So there's that. Trey, I'm strangely optimistic despite the circumstances. I kind of am too. No, I think optimism is always a good thought. I do. Okay. I am. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna put this out as a whole thing. I'm just gonna do it because technically, no, you're not okay to do this, Barbie, but I can't wait, so we are doing it. Barbie's like, can I ask another question, please? And technically the answer is no, you cannot. But given the nature of the question, am I right about maybe having found a potential romantic interest at work? If not, all good. I'll ask another time. So yeah, you are being bad, and but I'm doing it. I'm not going to put it out to the group. I'm just doing it. My privilege. I'm taking the privilege, Barbie. And I don't have an interesting answer for you. Unclear at this moment. Ask again. Like the magic 8-ball, ask again. Unclear at this moment. Maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah, come back and ask again. All right. Here we go. Okay. Now, medium that rocks. Okay, we're going back to the seeing cards, the hearing cards calling to you. Medium that rocks, I see cards doing mediumship. Betty asked, do you ever have decks call to you? So now I'm going to ask as a follow-up based on what Medium That Rocks said. Do you ever have cards that just pop into your head? So it's a reading, but you have no cards and you weren't looking for a reading. The cards just come to your heads. Yes, Joyous Ocean, we did you. We all did you. Yes, absolutely. Okay. And Wendy Robeson, my decks speak to me all the time. They tell me when to use and which one to use. Can you say more about that, Wendy? Tell us more about that. Okay. Okay, I am scrolling through, looking for questions and conversations. The cards come in and they give specific messages during mediumship. Beat in the Fields, cards always just pop into my head. Today during a reading, we spoke of 3 cards and they all showed up on the table. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Here we go. So, Mixuir. I will do this, but I'm not putting it out to the group. Mixuir saw something on X that there might be mail-in ballots that haven't been counted or something like that. So the question is the election as it is counted, is the United States presidential election final as counted? And I'm going to say unclear. I think we need to kind of assume that it is, but unclear. I'm going to say unclear. I mean, yeah, let's not go there because of the possibility that it's misinformation. Let's not go there. Let's just wait and see. Yep. All right. Okay. Nick, not being able to properly read myself is frustrating. When for once I'm so lost in needing guidance, I need to get my ish together. So can we talk about self-reading for a minute? What is the cure when you're having a hard time reading for yourself? What is the cure? Curing self-reading. What's the cure? How do you cure it? I'm going to say use a deck you're not familiar with. I'm going to say that. That's a cure. What's another? What are the cures for having trouble with self-reading? I'm also going to say make a video of the reading as if you're going to send it to someone else and then watch the video. That might work. Ha, Beat of the Fields, cure, call me. Yeah, that works too. That works too. But also, I mean, anyone, call your tarot friend, call your tarot fairy godmother, call a good tarot reader. Wendy says meditation helps. Robin, learn how to ask specific questions. Contact Christiana for a reading. Medium that rocks, step away. Yes. And here's one. How do you separate from the outcome that you want versus your intuition? Yeah, that is the whole question. How do you separate out? What I do is I do a whole ritual to get me away from my fears and desires, to have no attachment to outcome. That's what I do. Ben, cure, take the most positive outcome and leave the worst positive. Ooh, take the most positive. This is smart. Take the most positive outcome and the worst positive outcome, journal both, but leave the cards on the table and come back to it. That's really smart. The ritual for letting go of desire outcome. Barbie says, oh my gosh, outcome I want is ruling my life right now. Can you send this ritual, please? Right, Robin, this is so smart. Robin Martins, ask what is for my highest good? Is it like a meditation I do? Yeah, it's really, I can do it right now. It's really quick. What I can say is, I have my goals, my will, and my desire, but in this moment, I am but a vessel. At this moment, I have no will, I have no desire, I have no goals, I have no attachment to outcome. And from this place, let me see what I need to see. Like that. It's just like that. Yeah, right, Robin. The trick is acceptance. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Being in the Fields, outcome versus intuition. I read the cards without attachment, and that is hard. So I call for a reading just in case. Yeah. And Wendy, that's why reading for yourself is hard. I have to meditate and then let go of all my thoughts and then read. Right. Okay. Okay, we have a question for Kay. We're going to go back to a reading. Did my grandparents, okay, Kay is pregnant. Did my grandparents get to meet my future child on the other side? What do they want me to know? If you would like to do this reading at Kay Talks, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. I'm going to say yes. They very much so. They were very busy. And what they want you to know is that they will stay close and be helpful. They're going to do everything they can to be helpful. If anyone else wants to do that reading, go right ahead at Kay Talks, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Hang on, I just overscrolled. Okay, hang on a minute. Let's see where we are. Okay. Oh, Liz, we so appreciate the space you've created within this community for all of us. Feel super safe and supported by everyone. You've fostered a fantastic group, and we thank you. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. Like, this is, like, we've started calling ourselves a village, and we really are a great village. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you. Hey, Christine Hallowell, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Now, talking about the cards that come into our head. Oh, Heather Roberts, I am but a vessel. I like that. It makes me think of the star. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, yes. So, cards coming into your head. From Ben. I have cards come into my head in readings too, both mediumship and tarot. I have the cards on the table, but another will pop in my head. Yeah. And I wonder about that. Like, is that okay? Like, the cards on the table, but then the cards in my head, and so interesting. So interesting. Yeah. And that happens to me too. And Robin says archetypes are a language. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So true. So true. Trey, I often will have a card pop into my head and then pull it immediately after. Yeah, that does happen. Wendy Robeson, most of the time it's during meditation that I get a message to look to the cards, but I haven't had it done while talking on the phone and read it, and it happened to be for the person on the phone. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and Christine Hallowell came in with a question for a reading, which we can do. And Claire C., there's your devil reversed. Interesting. So Christine Hallowell, thanks for being a member, wants to know what spirit wants her to know. If you would like to do this reading at Christine Hallowell, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what does Spirit want Christine to know? That what you're doing right now is heavy and hard, but it's worth it. Keep going. Okay. So Medium That Rocks, I give readings and then pull a card from the deck. That I'm seeing, it always relates to the info from Spirit. Yeah, absolutely. Michelle, you know, it's not tonight. We're all over the place tonight. So no, you're good. Well, what do you want to know? You can ask anything. We'll do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're talking about tarot. We're doing readings. We're all over the place. So yes, go ahead. And if you just want to know what the universe wants you to know, ask that. If you have a question, Michelle, go ahead and ask that. We're also talking about the cure for problems with self-reading. And we're talking about decks that call to you and when cards pop into your head. And we're doing readings. That's all. That's what's happening. That's what's going on here. And I'm also wondering if I missed anyone's question, because we are in our last 10 minutes. So if I missed anyone, let me know. And ooh, I'll go ahead and do this one right now. This is a good one. If you'd like to do this reading, this is a fun one. If you'd like to do this reading, do it. At Robin Martins, the name of the card you got, your interpretation. How does Mother Earth feel right now about us? Silly children, Page of Cups reversed. We are silly children. But I think that's how I'm feeling about it too. Like just like, right? We are silly children. Okay, so yeah, Michelle, you can get your question in. We are in our last 10 minutes. Oh, Ace of Cups. Good. Okay. Excuse me. So here's a question from Michelle F. I've got a lot going on involving a lot of moving parts. So what would the universe like me to know right now about all of that? Okay. If you'd like to do this reading, at Michelle F. What would the universe like Michelle F. to know about all the moving parts? They don't have to bump up against each other, right? It's the Five of Wands reversed. The moving parts can all work together. And it can be smoother than you think. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, and I want to open this up. Oh, that's an interesting point, Trey. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, because did we all get cups? There were a lot of cups. Yeah. So, okay. Regarding the question about Mother Earth, like, we all got cups. A bunch of us got cups. So I think it's about love and recognizing that it's all about growth. We are still growing, right? It's about love. It's about flow. It's there it is. The earth still loves us. Hey, Nalini, good to see you. I know, right? Robin's got the teary eyes, right? That was beautiful. And this is the thing, my friends. Did we plan that exercise? Did I get together with Robin and say, hey, Robin, come in with this question? No, that was completely spontaneous and it was freaking beautiful. Whenever you are feeling like either personally or as a whole that things are lost, just go to the cards. Seriously. That was pretty fabulous. Oh my gosh. Now Mother Earth gave Nick the Hermit, but even that, like there's wisdom. There's wisdom, It's all right. So I love this question, and I'd love to open this up to anyone. This is coming from Kay. Memorable readings you've done before big points in history that you recall. So this could be professional readings for yourself before big points in history. Right, Robin, retreat and reflect, absolutely, and spend time in nature, spend time in silence. Wendy, that was a beautiful moment at the end, kind of mind-blowing, right? Right. So memorable readings you've done that reflect history. 9/11 was such an interesting one because that morning, we didn't have social media back then, but we had the Yahoo lists, the bulletin boards. And the card of the day, like so many people got the Tower that morning. That was really interesting. Trey, COVID, I got the world reversed in the Tower right before it. Beat of the Fields, Kay, wow, last night. Should I say more or keep it to that? Totally up to you, totally up to you. Trey, and with my aunt who's now deceased, we were watching about a meat market in Wuhan a month before anyone knew about COVID. Weird, yeah. Oh my gosh. So I saw COVID coming, but did not know I saw COVID coming. Clients came to me after. They were like, it was like in little pieces. You told me I'd be working from home, and I told you my boss would never allow it, but here I am working from home. You told me that my trip would be canceled, like things like that, right? And then it all came together and it was all COVID. So like that. So yeah, that's some interesting stuff for sure. So yeah, Michelle, so wild how things like that come together. Yeah. K Talks, can I read myself as a newbie? Not only can you, you should. I've had cards for years and utilize them from time to time, but really never really know what I'm doing. I just Google the cards and try to interpret. So let's all give Kay and any new people here some great advice for self-reading. I love the card of the day. One card of the day, but don't see it so much as a prediction. See it as like, what do you need to know today? What's the energy of the day? What are you watching out for today? What energies are we looking for today? And I think in general with self-reading, going back to Nick's question, you know, the more that we can ask questions like, what do I need to know right now? What can my focus be? These sorts of spiritual questions that give us focus and direction versus prediction. Right, Jake 5345, read for yourself every day. It gives you a guideline. Yeah, absolutely. And Wendy, for self-reading, look at it as if you're reading for someone else. Beat of the Fields, this is good. Beat of the Fields is telling the story. This is good. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Right. And Dina says with the card of the day, you can look for that card's energy as you go through the day. Oh, Betty, that's kind. Go back and watch the past teaching videos, right? Journal your readings, yes. Robin, this is good. Look at the colors and patterns, not just the card name or the most obvious things on the card. Absolutely, yes. Yes. All right. Do you feel when something needs to come out reversed? Oh, there was something about reversals that I glided right back and I missed it, but I saw it. Someone said something about asking the deck if it wants to be reversed. That's a whole thing. I don't like it. I question as should they really have been reversed? Did I just reverse it by accident? So I don't love interviewing decks. That's a whole thing. Is it bad that I go back and forth on using reversals? I mean, here's the thing, to Kay's point, interpret it upright, interpret it reversed, think about the difference and play with it in your head. You can do that. And events, readings before events from Cape Mura. Right before a bad car accident, I pulled the Tower and the Chariot. Way literal. Yes, seriously. So, by the way, everyone, we have a tarot class coming up this Tuesday on reversals. And yes, Dina, you can use reversals in magic. We are doing, it just went up, this coming, let's see. Hang on a minute. This coming Tuesday, 7 p.m., the link is already up, tarot reversals. So all the conversation and question about reversals that we didn't have time to get to, we're gonna do it on Tuesday. Friends, if I missed you, I am so sorry. I try to get to everyone, but join us for reversals. I appreciate all of you. There's so much good conversation right now about reversals. Come to class on Tuesday. Let's do that conversation then. Okay, book a reading with me. Get your StaarCon ticket. Thank you all so much. Oh, Dina, this tarot circle took my mind off current events. Thank you. Yeah. You know, let's just be the current events. We are the current events. This village is self-governed. Here we are. All right. My friends, I appreciate all of you so very much. Take good care. The links are up for our weekly sessions. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. Robin, thank the universe this still exists, right? Our village is here. We're good. We're as good today as we were yesterday, as we were the day before, and we'll be even better tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate you.